Hey guys, welcome back. This is Naresh. So in the last video we have seen the architecture for Maven and how our jar files get downloaded from the Maven. And now we will see how to do that practically on Eclipse. Alright. So in order to use the Maven, first we have to download the Maven. So for that we can go to Google. Okay. And in the Google we can just type download Maven and you can click on the first link. It will give you the Maven website and says that the downloading Apache Maven 3.5.4. Okay, in that you can just download this binary zip archive that's end with bin.zip. Okay, so as you click on that, it will start downloading onto your computer. So I have already downloaded it, so I am clicking on cancel here. All right, now let me show you the place I have on my PC. Softwares, and here is Maven, which is downloaded on my PC. You will see that there are certain folders given like bin, boot, config, lib, and other folders. Okay, once it get downloaded from the folder, there are two things which we need to do. So on my computer, we have to do a right click and click on properties. We have to go advanced system settings, and here we have to go to environment variables. Alright, now we have to set two variables. First, we have to make sure we have Java home set as a variable. So it would be Java underscore home, and there is a value of that. That would be the path where my JDK is. Alright, so for now, let me just remove this and let me just remove this. I will create again in front of you. So I have to click on new and I have to type here Java underscore home, and then I need to see on my computer where my Java is. So what I know that Java is installed in program files. I will go here, I will go up to JDK. So you don't have to go at JRE, you have to go at JDK and you just select its complete path. Okay, and I have to just paste under Java home. Alright, and same thing we have to do with Maven. So it would be Maven underscore home, and then again I need to go my computer, and wherever my Maven is I need to go there and I need to give this path for Maven. Alright, so once our user variable has been set, we have to set the system variable. For that there is an option path given here. You just have to click on that and click on edit. Okay, now you can set the path for that. For that, what you need to do, you just need to go here, you click on new and it will give you a blank box. Then first I need to select this. Okay, and I have to just paste here. Then I will put a slash and I will write bin, so that whatever is in the bin, my system variable and my environment should be able to detect that. And the same thing we have to do done with the Java. So now I will go to Java, C, program files, Java, JDK. Okay, I need to go here, new. We have to give our path and then slash bin. Okay, and we have to hit on OK, and we are set here. We have to hit on OK and OK here also. All right. So if you see, there's a bin folder, and from when we give a bin folder in the path, so that's mean we should be able to run all these programs given here from the command prompt. So we can just try that out. Okay, so this is a command prompt. I will just give java dash version. Okay, and if it's give you a version number, so that's mean my system variable has been put correctly. And for Maven, I will give Maven dash version. Sorry, it's mbn dash version. Okay, so MVN is a short form of Maven. So it says that, my Maven has also been is 3.5.4. So that's mean both of the variables have been set correctly. So now my prerequisite has been done on the Maven. Now I just need to create a project for the Maven. So what I will do, I will go to File, New, and here I will go to Project. In Project, there is the option Maven given here. And if you don't have that option Maven, that's mean you have to first install the Maven plugin. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to go to Windows, or I'm sorry, go to Help, click on Install New Software. Okay, so we can do it through two ways, through Install New Software or Eclipse Marketplace. You can go to any. I'm going to Eclipse Marketplace, and then here you need to search for Maven. All right, and you have to hit on Enter. So Maven plugin is with the name of M2E. All right. So if you find that plugin, you can just click on that and click on install, and that would get installed onto your computer. I already have installed on my computer, so I don't have to install it back. Okay. So if you see here, this is M2E, right? So you have to install it, but I already have it installed. It says installed. In your case, just click on install finish and it will restart your workspace, and after that it will get installed and you would be able to see this Maven option like this. Okay, in this you have to select Maven project. All right, so don't worry about the other options. For now, just click on Maven project and click on next. Right, and here we have to create a simple project. All right, so I will check mark this and I will click on next. And now we have to give a group ID and the artifact ID. All right, so let me open the previous page. Okay, so here I have told you that for every jar we have to give some reference through which it can download the jar. The same way our project also will create some kind of a jar file. Okay, because once my complete project will run, it will create some kind of a jar file, and we have to tell that if somebody want to include that jar file, then what would be its group ID and the artifact ID. All right, so for now I can give as com.naresh as my group ID, and for artifact ID I can give com.naresh.selenium. All right, so I think it already exists. I will say it's Selenium 1. Right, so we can give the name of a project. I can give my Maven demo project, which is also the optional, so we don't have to worry. So I will click on finish. So see, whatever artifact ID we have given, the project is created on the name of that. All right, and if you open up, so Maven will automatically create all these folders for you. So one is source main Java, another is source main resource, another is source test Java, and another is source test resource. Okay, and then there's a GRE system library. Right now it says 1.5, but on my computer it's 1.8, so we have to correct that. Okay, and here it says source folder and target folder, and there's a file called pom.xml. So pom.xml is the core of Maven. So whatever configuration we are required to do for Maven, we will do through this pom.xml. Okay, so this is the way the folder structure is. All right, if you think that some of the folders you don't need, you can just go ahead and remove that, because Maven is not just for Selenium. Maven is used for any project which is used worldwide. So sometimes they need a separate folder to keep their stuff. So mainly in source main Java, any application has the source code, and to test that source code they keep it into a test.java. But what I have seen into Selenium frameworks, that whatever the page object model or the other things which are created, the different pages which are created in a page object model are kept under main Java, and whatever tests which are created are kept under test Java. And under test resources, all those things which are required to run the test, for example, the property files, or some kind of Excel files, those are kept under resources. And even sometime the testng.xml file are kept under resources. Okay, so these are the folders where you can segregate, but main of the tests are written in test.java. So we'll go with the test.java only. All right. Now, what we have to do, we have to create a, like a test. So for that, what I can do, I will create a package here. I will do a right click, new package, and I can give any name here. So by default, it's giving one name. I will give my package. Right. In that, I will give a class and I will call it as my test1. Okay. All right. So this is my test1 Java. And now we will go ahead and we will write a test for that. Okay, and then I will tell you how we integrate these our tests with the Maven. All right. All right, and for running any test case, we know that we have to give the test tag in our class file. So what I will do, I will write test here, all right, and in that I will give the method as public void a, all right, and in that I will print system.out.println. All right, and here I can give inside method a. Okay, so once it is given, what I will do, I will copy this and I will paste here and I will term it as as b, and here I will give inside method b. Okay, now you know that in order to run any test case, I need to give a right click and I will do test ng test. Okay, so what it will do, it will run both these methods a and b and it will be pass. You can even see the test results into the test ng report. Okay, now assume that I have one more class. So I am doing a copy paste here, and instead of a and b, I will give here c and d, right? And if I do a right click and click on run as test ng test, so it will run my method C and D. I think I have to make it correct. It's C and it's D. Okay. But what if I need to run the both? So in my previous tutorial where I have explained you test.ng, I even told you that it's possible. I will do a right click on this and here, so I will look for test.ng option and I will just click on convert to test.ng and click on finish. So it will create a test.ng.xml file. Okay, and we will see what is there. It is giving my class name as my test1, and if I want to run two class file, I will just give here both the class file with the package name. So it will be package name.mytest2, and if I want to run both, I will just do a right click on this and I will click as run as and click on test ng suite. So it will try to run all my methods. Okay, so let me just see here. Alright, so if you see here in the report, it has run my test1, A and B, my test2, C and D. Okay, so till the time I have run my test through test.ng XML, but my pom.xml has not come into picture. So pom.xml is the core of Maven through which we will control the configuration of the Maven. Alright, so let me open this and I'm clicking on the tab pom.xml. So this is the structure of pom.xml. It will start with the tag project. Okay, so whatever the group ID I have given, it's showing here. Whatever the artifact ID I have given here is showing here, and version it's 0.0.1. So whenever the jar file is needed for my whole project, And if I need to give that complete jar file to someone else, it would be the version of 0.0.1. And it mainly used when we are creating frameworks. So in the framework, I will create a framework and give it to someone. In that case, it would be 0.0.1 version. Okay, and here the project is ending because in the XML format, you have to make sure you have a proper text which are opening and closing correctly. All right. Now there is a demo XML file, or there is already an XML file which I already have in one of my project. Let me just do a copy paste from here, and for you I will give the details of this pom.xml into the description section, which you can use in your project. Okay, so let me just open this earlier pom.xml file. All right, so from it, what I will do, I will copy this dependency. Now first let me make you understand what this dependency is. Okay, let me just close this test ng.xml and my test2, my test1. All right, and this is the project. So, so what this dependency is, so if you remember when I have shown you a chart where I have told you that all the jar files should get downloaded from the Maven central repository, it only get downloaded when we give a reference of that jars, and that reference come in the form of dependency. So here what I am doing, I am trying to download the dependency for test ng, and I'm trying to download the dependency for Selenium. All right, and if you want to know like what exactly the group ID and artifact ID I need for this, you can even go to Google, example here, and you can give MVN dependency for Selenium. All right, so once you do that, you can go to this link MVN repository. So for any jar files, we have the dependency available. We just have to go there and we just have to copy paste that dependency information. Okay, let me see. Go to this one, Selenium Java. Okay, now it's asking me for which version. Let me take the latest version. Okay, so if you see, once I click on that, it gives me the dependency information. I just have to copy paste this dependency, this one. Okay, so 3.14 is the latest one, and this is the older one, 2.46. So I will just copy paste here dependency. All right, so I have already copy paste the dependency for Selenium and it has the latest one. The same way you can copy paste the dependency of test and your any other jar file which you want in your project. So guys, this is very important because this is the way through which the jar files get downloaded, which we have discussed in our previous session. If we have not gone through the video, I will request you to go through that so that you can, any dependency which you want to download, you can just give a reference here. So if you see right now the formatting is not correct. So what I will do, I will do a Control A, then Control Shift F. So this is the way the XML file get formatted. And as soon as press Control S, it will try to download the dependency. That's mean it will try to download the jar files. If you see here, build workspace 87%. All right, and if you have more jar file, it may take some time to download the dependency, but now all the dependencies has been downloaded. Okay, all right, so now we will go to the next session, pom.xml plugins. So plugins are also an important part of pom.xml. Let me copy this complete plugin. Okay, so after dependency, once the dependencies, if you notice there is a tag called dependencies, and then there's a dependency tag. So all the dependency come under dependencies tag. And once the dependencies tag get over, I will give another tag of build and plugin like this. Okay. So you will see there are two plugins given. One is Maven compiler plugin and we have Maven Surefire plugin. So just want to let you know that these plugins are already provided in Maven. We don't have to specifically mention it. But why we are mentioning it? If we want some customization in that. If I want a particular version to be used of compiler plugin, I can give that. If my test.ng.xml file is at some other location, because Maven Surefire plugin is used to run the test and to run the test ng.xml file. So if I want it to be run from some different location than my root location, if you see, this is my root location. It means the location of my project. Just under that is test.ng.xml. But let's say if I keep my test.ng.xml under source state resources, which mostly project do, in that case, I need to give the complete path here. But right now I'm going with the default one. Okay, and it also possible that in many cases you have some different plugins which you need to keep here, and from there you can customize your projects. All right, if you uh, go on Google and if you type, let me show you, you can type Maven plugin list. All right, so see, these are all the plugin like a clean. So clean is also one kind of a plugin which clean your build. But this is already provided by us internally by the Maven, but we don't have to specifically mention it. But in case if you want to do some customization or do some change some configuration, then you need to give this clean plugin, compiler, failsafe, install, you know, these are all the plugin. And if you see here, I have already given that these are the plugins which helps you to go through the different life cycle of the Maven. Okay, so these are all the life cycle. So these plugin will help me to go through this life cycle. All right. Now we will try to run our project through this pom.xml file. Let me just save this. Okay. So this is the older one and this is my new one. So now we will try to run this through my pom.xml till the time we were able to run it through the test.ng.xml, and now I will run through pom.xml. And if you notice here in pom.xml in this Maven Surefire plugin, I have given the file name of test.ng.xml. So whatever there in test.ng.xml, my pom should be able to run. So for to do that, what I have to do, I have to right click on pom.xml, and if I go to run as, you will see there are many options given, right? So one is Maven build, Maven clean, Maven install, and Maven test. So what are these? So we call them as Maven goals. Okay, on the basis of that, all the life cycle will it will go through all the life cycle. So if I say Maven test, so that's mean it will go through generate resource, compile and test. If I say package, it will go through all the above. If I say install, then it will go through all the above life cycle phases. And if I say deploy, it will go through all the other life cycles. Okay, so let me just go through that. All right, so also show the console here. Okay, so what I will do, I will go to POM, I will do right click and say Maven, sorry, run as Maven clean. So this is the first command which you have to run. What it will do, it will clean your project. So that's mean if there is anything stored in the target folder, because mostly when the project run, it has some kind of a output in the target folder. It can be your test ng results. It can be some of the jar files which the project has created, or some of the class files. So it will try to remove all those things from it. If you see here, it says deleting target, right? So it is deleting whatever there in the target folder. Okay, now after this Maven clean, okay, what you can do, you can also, okay, go to Maven. So now we are not going into run as. Before running all the commands, other commands, I'm going to Maven and update project. All right, force upgrade and OK. So what it will do, if there is any dependency, any jar file which is still not downloaded, it will try to download that. All right. And the third step, we have to make sure our JDK is the same which we have given for 1.8. So if you see here, it says Java SE 1.6, which is not correct. So I will go here, I will remove it, and then I will click on Add Library, GRE System Library, and if I go here, okay, it gives me JDK 1.8. In case if your system does not show you JDK 1.8, click on Install JRE and click on Add here, Standard VM, Next, and then JRE Home, click on Directory. Then go to this PC, and under this PC you can go to C drive and then go to Program Files, okay, go to Java, okay, and there's JDK 1.8. Click on OK. Okay, once it is done, just click on Finish. All right, so I already have that. I don't have to do. So it's JDK 1.8. I'm clicking on Finish here, clicking on Apply and Close. All right. So the one step we have already done earlier by clicking on Maven Clean. Okay. Now, if I do Maven install, you can notice what it do. Okay. So if you see here, it started my test because install means that to clean the project, to run the test, and to install the jar file. Which jar file? The jar file of my project com.naresh.selenium1 0.0.1. So what it did, after running this test, it has created a jar file for me for my framework, and it has provided me the path where it has installed this jar file. So normally in testing we don't install, we just we do a right click and click on Maven, run as Maven test. So that will do a testing of my class files directly. Okay, so it will compile it, and after that it will start the test. Okay, so all the life cycles which I have told you, all those life cycles are performed through plugins. And if you see here, it goes to resource plugin, then it compile it, right? And then it run the test. So all those life cycles which I have explained you earlier, it's happening through these plugins and it shows us on the screen. Okay. Now there is one more way to run it. So I will do a right click and under run as, instead of typing these commands, what I will do, I will click on run configuration. Okay, and under run configuration, if you see, there is Maven build. So under that, I will do a right click and click on new. Okay, and it says new configuration. Here I will give any name here. I'm typing it web. Okay, and now under the button workspace, I have to click on that and to select my project. Okay, so that's it. So whatever commands we were giving before, I can give my goals from here. So for example, I was giving mvn clean from the menu, Maven clean. So here I can just give clean. And if I want to run test after a clean, I can give clean and test together. So this gives me an advantage that I can run as many goals which I want in my test. Okay, so right now I am doing a clean also and I am running the test also. Okay, so let me just, all right, let's see. Wait, let me give one more time. It's run as run configuration. Okay, and here I'm going to, so this is already done. This is my new one web. Okay, and I just need to link my JRE is correct or not, just make it sure so that it does not give any issues to us. Okay, and so this is correct, JDK 1.8 here. I will go to main and I will say clean and install, or I can directly give clean and test as my goal. Okay, and from the workspace, I will select my Selenium 1 workspace. Okay, because right now I am in Selenium 1. All right, I have given the name as web test. That's it. I can click on apply. I can click on run. Okay, so whenever I need to run, I can just go to this run configuration, because once it is run, it will save that under run configuration. So I can directly go to run configuration, and under web test I can click on run. So what is the advantage? Because I can store these kinds of goals here, because there can be different goals which you need to give. So in the upcoming videos, you will see that I will provide different goals if I want to run only on Chrome or only on IE. It might possible I don't want to run it locally. I want to run it on some outside server, on some grid. So on all those cases, I will give different goals here. It's always better to save it somewhere. Okay. And with these goals, I can give some arguments also. Okay. For example, there is an argument called D. It's called maven.test.skip. And in order to give that argument, I need to type -d. So it would be -d maven.test.skip. By default, it's coming at false. If it's not coming at your side, you can just make it false. Okay, and if I give here test, I'm sorry, if I give here true, so that's mean my all test cases will get skipped. Okay, so even if I give here clean install, so that's mean that it will clean the project, it will test the test cases, and it will install the project. Okay, but if I give here d maven test dot skip equal to true, it will not run the test, and it will just install it after doing cleaning. Okay, see, it has just installed it, it has not run the test. And if I give here something like, if I remove this altogether, maven.test.script, if I remove this argument altogether, and if I just give clean install and click on run, it will run all my tests. So if in case you have a requirement that you need to build a project but you don't want to run the test, then you can do that. Okay, so it's give you a power that if you want to skip the test or not. So this is just one, you can say one argument which you have seen, but there are 10 number of arguments which we can give when we are running. And why I am saying 10 number of arguments, because when you will run this program or run this project through Jenkins, you will see there are number of external arguments which you need to give, and these are the same arguments which we are giving here. So before you run your program on Jenkins, you can try those arguments here. If it works good here, it will work good in Jenkins also. All right, and one more thing, so this is not only the way through which we can run our Maven project, we can run that through our command prompt also. So what you have to do, you have to go to that project path. Okay, let me just go there. All right, and here I can type cmd, and now whatever I have done through my project, I can give from here also. If I say mvn clean, it will clean my project like before. Okay, and if I say mvn install, it will compile and run the test and install. See, it's running a test now. Okay, so guys, this is very important. In case you're not able to understand it correctly, I would request you to repeat this video again and again. Just understand it one time, because this will not only help you to run the Selenium projects, but any project you're working, it can be APM for mobile, or it can be the API testing for the rest assured, anything. Anything you want to run through Maven, you can use these commands. And you have to remember these commands also, like ambient clean, ambient test, ambient install, that can, also help you when you're working on Jenkins. All right, so thank you for watching this video, guys. And first, it's a long video, I understand, but this is a very important concept if you're working on any project. All right. If you like the video, please hit on the like button and subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Thank you.